The Graphite Universe. Season 1, Episode 1. We're going to be covering 4 stocks: Novomon Graphite, Westwater Resources, Graphtec, and Novonix. Graphite makes up 95 to 99% of the anode. It's the negative electrode material in lithium-ion batteries, making it the largest component in any EV battery. It's because of its relatively low cost, high energy density, and stable structure that graphite is the most common material used in the anode side of lithium-ion batteries. Graphite represents almost 50% of the materials needed for batteries by weight, regardless of the chemistry. EV batteries are typically composed of about 25 pounds of lithium and about 110 pounds of graphite and pounds of other minerals. Chapter 2, Supply and Demand. Global analysts estimate that by 2030, it will take 5 to 6 million metric tons of graphite per year to fulfill the insatiable appetite for lithium-ion batteries. And that's roughly 4 times the 1.3 million metric tons mined globally today, according to the U.S. Geological Survey's Mineral Commodities Summaries 2023 report. In its highest demand projection, the Department of Energy forecasts that global graphite demand could be more than 8 times current production by 2035. How is it that we hear so much about lithium and cobalt, but so little about graphite? A projected 6-fold surge in demand for lithium-ion batteries over the next decade means up to 384 additional graphite, lithium, nickel, and cobalt mines may be needed by 2035 to supply all those new EVs, industry forecaster Benchmark Minerals said in a report. We're heading toward an extreme cliff that, unfortunately, our industry needed to invest $100 billion in 5 years ago to avoid. Financial Times reporting, China has imposed export controls on graphite, a material used in electric vehicle batteries, as Beijing hits back at US-led restrictions on technology sales to Chinese companies. China is by far the biggest processor of natural graphite and generated almost 70% of the world's synthetic graphite last year. The move comes days after US President Joe Biden's administration tightened controls on exports of cutting-edge artificial intelligence chips to China. Auto firms have been slow to plan for graphite shortages. Now, car makers are knocking at the doors of new producers such as Madagascar and Mozambique, as this year EVs are forecast to account for more than 50% of the natural graphite market for the first time. About $12 billion of investment is needed by 2030 in graphite and 97 new mines required by 2035. China produces 61% of global natural graphite and 98% of the final processed material to make battery anodes, BMI said. In February of 2022, the Biden-Harris administration released a statement calling to secure a made-in-America supply chain for critical minerals. The United States Department of Defense enters agreements to expand their domestic graphite supply chain to move away from China.
In the next several episodes this season, we'll take a close look at 4 companies involved in the graphite mining and processing industry, located in North America.